Okay, and we are live with another WWE Raw review from February 9th, 2015. I'm your host, Anthony, with my co-host, as always, the Bizarre One, Dave. How you doing tonight, Dave?
I'm doing all right. NXT in a couple days.
Yes, sir. Um, yeah, excuse me, I'm very congested, but the show must move on, as I say. Um, we start off with Roman Reigns starting off the show. He said that let's see. He said he stood here this time last week as the Royal Rumble winner with the guaranteed WrestleMania main event spot. Reigns said that he means he would fight Brock Lesnar and defeat him for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Because the Authority made it clear he's not the one they want in that spot. Reigns says to prove himself, he's going to beat Bryan at FastLane and beat Lesnar at WrestleMania. Reigns says if you get in his way, he's got a spear with your name on it. Daniel Bryan comes out. Bryan comes out and hits the ring with dueling yes and no chants, which was kind of crazy. Bryan says he didn't come to fight. He came to thank Reigns for taking out Big Show during the main event last week. Bryan brings up their match at Fastlane. Bryan says they're about even in the looks department, but whatever. He's a better wrestler than Roman Reigns, which is obviously true. Uh, Triple H and excuse me, Triple H music hits, and now he comes with Stephanie McMahon, Kane, and Big Show. Of course, Kane and Big Show are in wrestling attire, so you already knew a tag match was coming up. But I digress. They bring.
Dressed like that.
I'm sorry.
Kane's always dressed like that.
Well, I mean, he didn't have a shirt on. Usually, he has
Okay, yeah.
he's dressed up. Um, let's see. They bring up Fastlane and Triple addresses Sting. He said he's giving Sting until the end of the night to give him an answer on the challenge to confront him at Fastlane. Triple H asks if Sting is man or a coward. Stephanie addresses Bryan and Reigns. Makes a tag match for right now, which was Big Show and Kane taking on Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. The match ended up in a DQ, which was kind of weird because he just went into the timekeeper's area. I've never seen that actually called a disqualification before. I thought they should have waited until when Big Show hit Reigns with the chair. But anyways, what did you think
I think
the match of it?
I think they did that because he pulled out the guy, I guess, so he disqualified him. I don't understand that either. But whatever. It is what it is. Ended up being a brawl. We ended up getting Daniel Bryan kicking Roman Reigns, and it looked like they're gonna fight, but then they continue on.
Yeah, he Daniel Bryan ends up trying to knee Big Show, which actually Big Show moves out of the way, which causes Bryan to hit Reigns. Reigns didn't really care for that too much. Ends up pushing down Daniel Bryan. Triple H ends up coming back out to the ring and then announces that they will be facing in another tag match for the main event. Seth Rollins, J&J Security, Big Show, and Kane. So that's our main event.
Another handicap match.
Right. Next,
Say original.
next we got the man who has been a big hit on Twitter. If you haven't noticed, Seth Rollins was hacked tonight by his ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, I guess. Apparently, he had cheated on her, and she's getting revenge by sending out nude photos of him and nude photos of a newly signed NXT diva who I'm guessing he is cheating on her with, apparently. So,
Glad I didn't see the first one pictures then.
I'm sorry?
I'm glad I didn't see those pictures then.
Yeah, so Yeah, he's been. I'm not sure if she's sent out any more or anything have you, but I know Rollins got on his Twitter account and deleted the picture of the nude woman. But of course, he didn't do it in time for millions and millions and millions of people to see it. And at one point, it was also on the WWE website, so not very good. Um,
Oh, right, because they do like a Twitter line on W.com, don't they?
Yeah, so I'm sure she will be getting in trouble. I'm going to assume by either Rollins or that girl she did the photo of. Anyways, Ryback versus Seth Rollins in a one-on-one contest ended up in another DQ because of J&J security running in. Uh, I mean, Rollins ends up getting Ryback at a curb stop. I was surprised Ziggler didn't come out since they're like a newly thing, but.
Yeah.
Anyway, think of the whole match and all that stuff.
It was okay, but it didn't last long. I was confused Rollins was wrestling.
Yeah, they just kind of came back from the break and the match was going on.
Because first they said next, and then it's like, oh, the match now. No, no, wait, it's not. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. The advertised Triple H demands an answer from Sting. Also, we learned that Lana and Rusev will pay tribute to John Cena's career later on tonight. Back from the break, we see a vignette of Sheamus, who is coming back to the WWE. Uh, let's hope.
Um,
Let's
I
just hope
mean,
pretty back shield. That'd be great.
this could go so many different ways. Sheamus could interfere in the title or the match between Reigns and Bryan.
That's what
Cost Bryan the match.
I was about to
Yeah, I
say.
know. I mean, they could do it unless they're gonna do Ziggler and Bryan. I don't know how that's gonna work. But yeah.
Yeah, so look
I
for
mean,
Sheamus coming back in the next week or so. I know they want him back by WrestleMania, so.
yeah, I mean, they could do Sheamus and Bryan. The winner of that match gets the next title shot. They could do something like that.
Yes. So I guess we shall see what's up with that. Next, we got a Divas match with Paige versus Brie Bella, which was not a bad match. I actually kind of enjoyed this match.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't like that DDT. I do, but I don't. I didn't like it when Conan did it either because, man, you could really hurt somebody doing that move.
Okay, the Rampage.
Yeah, is it the rampage? Yeah, I guess it is rampage. That little kind of cradle DDT. I mean, you messed that move up a little too wrong, and boom, just like Samoa Joe's move's really dangerous too.
Yeah. But Paige gets the win. Looks strong going into FastLane, where she's going to be facing Nikki Bella for the title. So let's hope that Paige will be
So,
winning the title soon.
Brie Bella, Nikki's, what is it? Stunt double.
Uh,
Because she doesn't ever do anything but wrestle or be with Nikki, and that's it.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess
And
she's
it's
her
like,
little,
it's her
she's
storyline.
just her little follower, I guess. Next,
Kind of disappointing.
next we had not the fan appreciation. I'm sorry, Rusev and Lana appreciating John Cena. Uh,
Might as well.
it was pretty. I thought it was funny because they showed like a couple of his highlights where he did good, and then it showed nothing but him, messing. If him getting thrown into that big old light, or getting curb stomped, or whatever have you. Pretty much
Yeah.
said that John Cena is gonna let everybody down, and that Rusev is gonna win. Um, John,
To me, this is making it more and more that John Cena's going to win.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
really
Maybe they play it off with the eye injury. John Cena apparently has
yeah.
some eye injury. They do attack each other. They go at it for a couple of minutes on the ramp, and then Rusev ends up poking him in the eye, the hurt eye. They
I
end up,
think the last few days, that him and Rollins were in a street fight or something. I mean, that's where it happened at a
Yeah,
live event.
this had been at a house show or something, but he has a nice little shiner on his right eye. Rusev ends up poking him in the eye. They
Yeah.
end up saying later on Raw that he scratched his cornea or some shit, trying to make the injury more worse than it seems. So definitely they're going to be playing up John Cena being injured going into the matches, which makes me think that it's either going to be a disqualification or Rusev wins.
I just hope Cena doesn't win the U.S. title.
Because that's what I'm saying. I think either Rusev attacks the eye and gets disqualified, or Rusev ends up winning because of the eye. You know what I mean?
They should let Rusev go over on John Cena, and then have Cena, if he's gonna beat him, has to beat him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have Rusev win because because of the eye, or you have him lose because of a disqualification. You can still make them look strong. But I agree. I think Rusev should win at Fastlane. But you know the WWE. Um,
Unfortunately.
yeah, so I think it's a nice little build that they're bringing with Rusev.
Yeah, I want to see this match. It looks really. It reminds me of Bray Wyatt and Cena a few years ago. It was a really interesting. It could be a really physical match.
Yeah, it's just a shame they're having it so early. I'd rather see the first match between the two at WrestleMania.
They want people to not really buy, but subscribe to the network. So that's why they're doing all this. They want more and more people. Rusev versus John Cena.
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, I get it. Next we had Dolph Ziggler and Bray Wyatt in a rematch from SmackDown, and this match was damn good.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt ends up picking up the win. I mean, I don't know where Ziggler's going now. Like a month ago, he was hot as hell. Now he just
Yeah, now he went from Survivor Series being this big star coming out of Survivor Series, and then when he got fired, whole fired thing for a few weeks, it's like he shamed out and it's like he hasn't really got. He still has support, but it's nowhere near what it was when he was hot, rolling really hot, and now it's like faded out again.
yeah. So speaking of Bray Wyatt, he ends up doing a promo later on in the night, calling out the Undertaker even more. Oh man, pretty much telling him that he wants him to come find him. So I'm pretty sure after Fastlane we'll start getting some teases somewhere.
Yeah.
But looking good. I can't wait.
It's gonna be really good. The match way they're going, it's gonna be an awesome. The promos are gonna be worth it alone.
Yeah. Next we had Heyman and Lesnar come down. Pretty much Heyman and Lesnar.
Oh, I must have missed Brock Lesnar on here. I didn't see him. Okay, I must have been busy.
Really didn't see this promo.
No, I didn't see it. So, like I said, after that match, I kind of missed it. And when I asked you if I missed anything, you said no, not really.
I
Okay.
forgot about that. Then I apologize. Lesnar and Heyman came out, did a little promo. Pretty much, let's see. I can get into some of it. Heyman goes on about Reigns and Bryan. He says it doesn't matter who wins at Fastlane because they're going to have to deal with an F5. Heyman puts over Lesnar. That much. Nothing really much from the promo that Heyman said, but it was just greatness as always. Can't really repeat everything that Heyman says because it was a pretty good long promo. So definitely go check out the replay or whatever on YouTube. But it was a good promo. Pretty much hyping up the match. This guy can hype up anything. He's great. The New Day versus Goldust and Stardust. Stardust ends up leaving during the match. Goldust ends up losing. Definitely going to see a breakup between Goldust and Stardust. Probably going to end up being a match at WrestleMania. The New Day, though, jeez. No pop, nothing, no crowd reaction. I'm not sure what they're going to do with these guys.
they were looking okay, but then people just like really just started to hate them because they're annoying.
Yeah, I guess so. And just different cities cheer for him. Some like him, some don't.
I mean, Roman Reigns. I mean, he could be hit or miss at FastLane or WrestleMania. I mean, we don't know. I mean, he could tonight. He was. There's a few cheers for him tonight, but then it's like you never know. Like with the New Day, they can get cheered or they can get booed. Mostly boos for New Day though.
Yeah. I think it's 50-50 tonight with Reigns and Bryan. Next we
I don't
have
know if it's 50, but it's it's there. I mean, you could hear some Reign fans. Like you could hear some of the guys tonight, but we'll continue on. We'll get more into that.
Triple H ends up calling out Sting. Um, you see a little video that spells out Triple H's name as the crow sound plays. And spotlight shines on Triple H. A man in a Sting mask comes from behind, and Triple H falls down. The lights turn off, they come back on, and the man is gone. I accept flashes on the video, and we go to a commercial break with Triple H looking around. Um, I thought
Man,
that was,
that was just the sweetest segment I've ever seen. I mean, that was just awesome. I mean, it had little Undertaker in it. I think it was more Sting. But man, that was like, wow. I mean, that was awesome. WWE did a great job on that whole thing.
yeah, with the face paint being on Triple H. I thought that was pretty cool.
I actually thought he was going to be there in the crowd or something. Like they kept showing someplace, and then I think it was just someone standing there, like Sting. And then
Yeah,
it go black, and then
just two guys standing there like
it was
Sting.
really awesome.
I thought it was good because back in the WCW days, we always had the fake Sting, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
But
no, I remember that was one of my favorite WCW moments of Nitro when you had these army of Stings coming out of nowhere, everywhere. They're just coming out of the crowd, out of the back. Everyone just walking out as Sting. I can't wait till I don't know. I think that's on the network yet, but I mean that was awesome.
yeah, so there's that. Sting will be there at FastLane to confront Triple H. Next, we had a tag match between the Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And this was a really good tag match.
Yes.
Tyson Kidd and Cesaro get the win. So I'm going to assume we'll see them in a tag team title match soon, hopefully at Fastlane. Hopefully these guys win the title very soon. But these four guys have very good chemistry in the ring, and I can't wait to get in the match with these guys.
Yeah, I mean Cesaro and Kid just have that Smash Mouth style, which is really fun to watch. I mean, kind of old school.
Yes. And after that, they announced that Rikishi will be into the Hall of Fame. And do you think Rikishi is a Hall of Famer?
Oh man, this is tough. I mean, he was a fun character. I mean, he's really known for a stink face and dancing after his matches.
Yeah, well,
But I mean, he was a tag champ. I think he was Intercontinental champion at one point.
they didn't touch on his head streakers gimmick and his fuck you gimmick.
People don't remember him for that. They remember him for the Rikishi thing, and some people might even remember him for I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. That whole thing. They might remember that too. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's hard to say because I really hate to say he's not a Hall of Fame for his whole career because I'm sure he had a great career even when he was part of the Samoans or was it Shrinkers or whatever it was. But man, if I'm just, I don't want to make you mad, but honestly, I would say no.
Okay. And I think I agree with you.
I mean, because what is he? I mean, you can't really. Who can you really compare him to? Like, okay, is D'Lo Brown a Hall of Famer? Is Val Venus a Hall of Famer? I don't think so. I don't think none of those guys are. I think it's just for the Samoan heritage, and that's the only reason they're putting him in. Honestly.
I agree. And the Roman Reigns, he'll be there and all that crap.
Yeah, husband or uncle.
Yeah. Next, we had Sandow taking on Sin Cara. There's more tension between the Miz and Sandow is blooming. Pretty sure this is going to be a match at WrestleMania. Um,
Possibly. And Miz was awesome on the mic, though. I mean, he was pretty funny. The crowd started chanting, "You're from Cleveland." He's like, "Better than Columbus."
yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Miz, but then there's part of the sometimes I end up liking him during the segments he's doing.
He's definitely. I don't know. He's hard to. Sometimes he cracks you up. Sometimes you just don't like him. Just go off.
Yeah, I know. I don't like him at all, really, and I don't understand why Sandow has to keep using these freaking Miz moves. He was so much better as when he was the intellectual savior. I mean, he was so much better as that character, I believe.
Maybe more and more he'll start popping more of his old moves in there. Sort of like turning.
He's some nobody who just copies the Miz moves like Eugene or something, and he's not. He's a lot better than that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love that they mentioned tonight. Oh, Sandow was the only one to ever cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase and not get the title. John Cena did the same thing a few years ago, but they failed to mention that.
Yeah, they did. Sin Cara wins. More tension between Sandow and the Miz, like I said. So I guess we'll see what happens there. They also advertised NXT Takeover for this Wednesday night, so everybody look forward to that. They also said this Thursday, on SmackDown there will be a Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns confrontation. So basically what we saw last week, I guess. But we'll see what goes on from there. Now we go to the main event, which was a 5-on-2 match. J&J Security, Rollins, Big Show, and Kane taking on Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Let's just get to the end of the match where it was just a clusterfuck, in my opinion. We had Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan come down to the ring, attack Big Show, Rollins, and Kane. There was no disqualification called right there. Brian.
Yeah, funny how that worked.
Yeah, Brian ends up taking out. I can't remember who he took out first with the knee. He's going for the second knee to do it on the other J&J Security. Roman Reigns tags himself in. He spears him and ends up getting victory.
This match kind of made me a little mad in parts too. I'm like, Daniel Bryan wrestles the whole 10 or 15 minute match. Roman Reigns lays out on the ring. Yes, he was supposedly knocked out by the Big Show the whole time, but it's like he wrestles the whole match and then he basically about to win the match by himself, and then Roman Reigns gets the win. It's like, really? That's how they do it?
Yeah. Daniel Bryan gets upset. Goes up to Roman Reigns, said he did all the work.
Spear.
He ends up pushing him, and then Roman Reigns ends up spearing Daniel Bryan to some cheers and to some boos. So,
yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot more boos than there were cheers.
Yeah. So, I don't want to compare it, kind of, but it's like your modern day Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior back in the day where you have two good guys going at it. The crowd kind of split a little bit.
I think it's more like CM Punk and whoever you want to say. It was like maybe John Cena a little bit, because John Cena got booed a lot too. But it's like kind of like Cena has his fans, which is basically the entire internet community. Like Daniel Bryan has the entire internet fan base or indie fan base, whatever you want to call it. All those hardcore wrestling fans. And then you got the young girls and boys too, I guess, who like Roman Reigns. I mean, there's some guys who like him, I guess. But, I mean, I just don't want to hear The Roman Empire era has begun. I really do not want to hear that.
Yeah.
That is such a corny, and to me it's really stupid to say Roman Empire. That's his thing, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. Tonight's
But one thing I will say about this is I'm really enjoying this rivalry. It's one of the better new rivalries I've seen in years from the WWE.
Yeah, and I really do hope they make Roman Reigns heel because I think he'd be better as a heel. I really do.
Yeah. I'm
I don't
really
think
intrigued to see what kind of
I don't
reaction he gets at FastLane.
I don't think he's face of the company material in my opinion. What do I know?
That's what they want. That's who they want. I mean, they're gonna. We'll see what happens after WrestleMania or after Fastlane. We'll see what happens if Sheamus is gonna get involved or what. We still don't know what Rollins is doing, which is kind of odd, you know.
Yeah, I think
In
Rollins Orton,
a way.
but
I mean, if they're gonna do that, if they brought Orton back tonight, which I thought they were going to during how they were doing it tonight. I thought Orton was gonna pop up or something.
yeah, who knows when he'll pop up? But I guess we'll see soon. But that's going to pretty much wrap up the video tonight. We'll be back on Wednesday with our NXT Takeover review, and then also on Thursday with a SmackDown review. We weren't live last week on SmackDown because my DirecTV was down, so I was not able to watch it. So we were not able to do a review. So this Thursday, we will do a review, and then possibly on Friday do another TNA review. We'll see how the Impact goes, and then we'll go from there. But we'll be definitely live on Wednesday with NXT Takeover, where we'll see Sami Zayn take on Kevin Owens for the NXT World Heavyweight title. We'll also.
I mean, you're also going to get Hideo Itami, which formerly known as Kenta, versus Tyler Breeze. I mean, that's going to be a good match right there.
You're also getting Adrian Neville on
Yep.
Finn Balor for the #1 contenders match. You're also that's going to be probably that might be match of the night. It could be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Owens and Zayn will probably tear it down, though. I mean, those two guys can have some great matches.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But Baylor and Neville will be right up there. You also see a four-way match.
No, I mean, they could really put on a great match, too. I mean, because Triple H gives them time in the ring, so we'll see how this goes. We got a tag match that I really don't see him getting that much time, just because there's not really a big build behind the tag division. So,
Yeah,
I mean...
Corbin and Dipsy in a no disqualification match. So expect some pretty good wrestling on that show. If you do not have the network, definitely get it. You can see NXT Takeover because it's going to be damn good.
Oh, yeah. Can't miss this. I mean, just for this alone, there's people talking online that they look forward to this more than they do WrestleMania because this match with Zayn and Owens is going to be one of those matches you don't want to miss.
And I agree, 100%. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much end it tonight. We will be back earlier on Wednesday. Remember, NXT starts at 8 Eastern, so we will be back probably around I would say 10 to 15 Eastern time. Not so late on the Central time, but same time on the East Coast. But hopefully, talking about a great show that night. Definitely can't wait. And
Compared to how one Raw be this good. I mean, that's pretty much what we'll probably be saying.
yeah, so check it out. Raw was all right tonight. I think Dave said he liked it more than I did. That's for sure. But hey, that's why.
Two really good matches.
Yeah.
And then that Sting segment I thought was awesome.
Sting segment was definitely really good. So can't wait to see what happens at FastLane. Can't wait to see what happens on Wednesday night. But we thank everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for watching our last Monday Night Raw review. It was a very, very huge success, so we really do appreciate that. Any last words from you tonight, Bizarro, and until Wednesday night?
Yes, I had one problem with how they did the Sting thing tonight. Does his Twitter not work? I mean, couldn't he just send out a tweet, yes, or something like that? That I didn't understand about the whole. Do you accept or not? Send out a tweet to Triple H. Yes, see you there. That's what I didn't really understand about the whole thing. But I liked how they did it. It was cool. But to me, just looking at it like that, I was like, why can't you just send out a tweet saying, "Yeah, I'll see you there"? I mean, that's the thing I didn't get, but it worked though.
I think probably to keep you tuned in.
Yeah,
They didn't.
it worked.
Cheesy was probably to keep everybody
That
tuned in.
was great. I thought he was gonna be there for a minute. I'm like, what's the point of him showing up on Raw if he's gonna show up at FastLane?
Right. Yeah, if you showed up on Raw, it would be no point. So they did it out. It worked out great. Can't wait to see what happens. We'll see you guys Wednesday night. Hope everybody has a great Monday and Tuesday. We'll see you guys on uh, Wednesday night after NXT Takeover. See you later, guys.